Hey everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody's having a good week out there. Hey, people have been asking. I appreciate the concern. I wasn't really affected by that storm yesterday. Where I'm located, we were on the east side of that storm, and we maybe got an inch of rain. Might have seen a few wind gusts up around 30 miles an hour, but I'm not even sure about that. But it did get torn up down around Panama City, Florida, and even if there's a few smaller communities just to the east there that are just like almost gone. So yeah, it was pretty sad, and that's an area that I grew up going to, so it's kind of personal. Yeah, I feel for those people and just wish the best for them. But today I want to talk about stop struggling on a raw food diet, some simple tricks. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you haven't done it already, go down there now and hit that subscribe button. And then immediately go over and click on that little bell and check send notifications, or you might not stay subscribed to the channel. Better check that on all your YouTube channels. Struggling on the raw food diet, that's not a novel topic, is it? Seems like everybody's struggling in one way or another out there. And a lot of the struggles are not really necessary. Let's don't create any more struggles for any more struggles than we need to for ourselves. Um, I'll keep pounding this home, on this lifestyle. This is more of a mental thing. When I say being able to do something, there is no skill involved in this one. So it's not like saying, I couldn't say, okay, everybody can climb a mountain. Everybody can run a sub 4 minute mile. Everybody can, you see what I'm getting at? There's certain achievement type things that require actual, sometimes talent and skill to do. This is just a matter of controlling this hand. I don't know if this hand gets out of control of you where you just absolutely can't control it. It goes in the kitchen, just starts grabbing things and putting them in your mouth. Because honestly, it just really is. That's what it boils down to. Not putting things in our mouth that we don't want to. And it becomes like this big mental thing. And, you've really got to do. We do have very individual personalities. We learn things differently. We are motivated by different things. We resonate with different people. So you've got to, in some ways, personalize this for yourself. But you have to do whatever is necessary. If you're not willing to do whatever is necessary to get anything you want, well, then you can't complain about it very much. Break this diet down, break this lifestyle down as much as you absolutely have to. Don't be so intimidated by this big picture out there, this big picture of, I'm going to be raw vegan forever. I'm going to follow a raw food diet for the rest of my life. I'm not eating cooked food. I'm a raw foodist forever. I'm going to be a raw foodist. I'm never going to eat cooked again. This kind of mentality. Break it down. Break it down one day at a time. That gets so cliche sometimes I actually even hate to use one day at a time, but it really is true. Break it down one day at a time. If you've got to even go a little bit further than that, break it down one meal at a time. All this diet is, all this lifestyle is putting moments together. That's all life is putting moments together. If you can do, think of it, theoretically, if you can do a raw food diet for one day, why can't you do it? Why can't you sustain it? Okay, take out some of the little, don't get all technical on me. Well, I don't have everything here, and I don't always have fruit, and I don't always have this and that. I don't sweat that extreme stuff, and I'm not saying, oh, well, okay, maybe I'm not saying you'll never eat some cooked food. You might eat cooked food. You might have to include cooked food depending on your circumstances where you are. But that's not a failure, as I was talking about, was it yesterday? About thinking of, if you don't eat absolutely 100% raw, that everything else is a failure. But as much as possible, if you can do raw for one day in your head, you can do it. You've done it. You didn't die. You didn't die. Chances are you probably felt pretty good. Chances are you probably had energy. Now, yes, there's somebody going to be a naysayer. Well, I don't have any energy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you if you're eating a lot of fruit and you don't have energy. You know, maybe you're not absorbing, maybe there's something else you're eating, maybe your body has to clean itself out before you get to the good. But for most people, it's not that hard. You didn't die. So if you can do it for one day, then you do 2 days, then you do 4 days, then you do a week. That's how time adds up, whether you're quitting a habit, adding a habit, whatever. You start putting a day together, 2 days together. Before you know it, you've done a week. Before you know it, you've done a month. Maybe you've got to break it down further than that. Maybe you have to get much more detailed than that. How much are you willing to put into it? How much do you want it? If you need to, plan every single meal. You know, planning goes a long way. If you know, maybe that would help. Plan each day out the day before. Okay, let's say, for instance, tonight you're sitting around thinking about tomorrow. You're struggling. Take all the struggle out of it. Sit down tonight and make yourself a meal plan for tomorrow. I was talking about meal plans yesterday. Just make yourself a meal plan for you. If you've never done even raw for one day, take your favorite raw breakfast, or just put all the elements together. I'm sure you've eaten raw at every meal at some point. In other words, you've done a raw breakfast, a raw during the day, raw dinner. So just put that all together. You know, just plan that. Say, okay, this is my favorite thing to have first in the morning. Okay, that's what I'm going to have. I've got that in the house. Boom, that's done. This is what I'm going to have after that. It's already there. I've got the ingredients. There's no guesswork in it. Boom, that's done. And you see, you just kind of keep on going. Okay, dinner. I've gone, you know, probably fruits, smoothies, in that direction throughout the day. Comes the evening. Plan yourself something savory. Plan something that you really like. Plan something that is like I say, that's one of your favorites. Maybe if you're new to this and you're trying to get used to doing this, which takes me to the next one, is recipes. That will help in your planning, because, you know, let's say you're struggling with something particular, like you miss a particular food, you miss a particular taste, you miss something savory, salty, heavier, blah, blah, blah. There's usually something you can replace it with out there. So do that. Learn some recipes, or either get out there and then do some research. Okay, what do I feel like? What do I generally feel like for dinner? Or what did I feel like today? Because if you feel like something today, chances are you might feel like that tomorrow. But just break it down as far as you've got to go. Struggles, everything in life is problem solving. Problem solving. Any struggle you have, just take that individual struggle and figure out how you solve that. Like sometimes, and I can't just like be a smart ass when somebody asks me a question, but sometimes things are so naive and I just want to say, and it would be very smart ass to say it, but it's just like, well, damn, it's right in front of you. You just do this. You know, you're struggling with this. You don't want to eat this. I have a problem with the nuts. Get the damn nuts out of your house. Or I have a problem with eating this particular cooked food, because we're not talking about fat or nuts today. We're talking strictly about the raw food. So if there's something that you tend to have a problem with, you know, that keeps you from being raw, that's a particular cooked food that you don't want in your life, don't keep it around. And think actively, think ahead, be proactive. If you know you have a problem with one certain food that's cooked that you don't want to be eating, have a plan for tomorrow night for dinner, and you've already got in mind what you're going to make for dinner. Boom. You've got that already the next day, and you just follow it. You just follow it. If you get hungry, you get out of your head. You don't even think about it. You make your plan for like the next day, and then you just follow it. If some reason you're having some craving, or you feel like, well, that's not what I really want, I want this. No, don't do it. Just almost put yourself on automatic pilot and just go through and eat that. But you know, that's basically what it's about. Problem solving. Think problem solving on this and in a lot of things in life. And if you will just, you know, like I say, try to think of it analytically. There's so many resources out there today. You know, we can find something to probably remedy every struggle we have on this lifestyle. But once again, how bad do you really want to do it? When you say, I've been trying to do this thing for how long? How actually much are you trying to do it? How proactive are you? How active are you in the process? I mean, are you doing all these things to get yourself there? Anyhow, just a few thoughts today. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.